Hello, Calculus Summer 2023, Professor Dwork. Good to meet you. I wanted to say hello, give you a quick welcome, and just give you a heads up to what you're about to embark upon. Our course, Calculus 1, I have taught this a lot in person. This is my first time doing it with you guys online. I've taught other courses online. I'm pretty good at it, I think. The key to this, I think, is good communication. So I want you to reach out the second you have a problem, and I will reach back out to you as fast as I can. I typically try to do it through video to kind of eliminate any kind of miscommunication, because I know type sometimes can be difficult. And so that's why I ask you, when you send me any kind of question about math, we take a picture of our work that we did on paper, and you send me a picture of that work through More. We do that, communication's great. Typing math is very, very difficult. There's a lot of intricacies to parentheses and things in numerators and denominators and so on and so forth. So I ask that you do not type math, just take pictures. Take a quick snap of it, send it to me, just attach it into a message in More, and I feel like that is pretty much, once we get that going, we're going to be pretty set as far as communicating back and forth. Now, the next thing I'm going to point out is our course is going to move quickly. Normally, this course is 16 weeks plus 1 week for final exams. So 17 weeks. We're going to do this course in half. We're going to do it in double time. So everything that we would normally do in 2 weeks in a regular semester, we're going to do in 1 in this course. So there is no time to waste. Let me pop down and show you the calendar at the bottom of our course so you can kind of see the layout. All right, so week 1, we technically start on Tuesday the 20th. Sorry, try again, Tuesday the 30th. And here's how this is going to look. Anything that's in black is a homework section. So what that means is everything related to section 2.1, 2.2, not just the homework, but there's pre-class assignments, there's notes assignments. Professor Henderson will walk you through the videos and kind of explain where you go, how you do. Don't you worry. But if you have any questions, you can ask. Please ask, okay? We'll make sure everybody's rocking and rolling, but we got to hit the ground running, okay? So do not hesitate if anything is confusing. So sections 2.1 and 2.2 are due Friday. Class starts Tuesday, first 2 sections are due Friday. Now, what about this prereq quiz, syllabus quiz, start here thread, whatever? Well, that's due Thursday. Notice how that's in blue. That's how we're we're doing all of the quizzes and assessments, like the non-homework assessments, like quizzing and tests. So there's some quizzes and tests in here. That's why it's in blue. So Thursday, you have a set of stuff done. Friday, you got a stuff done. If you start sections 2.1, 2.1, and 2.2 on Friday because you waited till Thursday to start it, you're not going to finish. Please remember, we would normally do an entire week would be 2.1 and 2.2. That would be a whole week of assignments. So you need to start super early. This class is going to be it's in the syllabus, so as you read the syllabus, you can catch it in there, but the easiest way to put it is typically this is 4 credit hours, which means you would be meeting with me 4 hours in class, and then an additional 8 to 12 hours out of class for homework. So that's 12 to 16 hours a week just for this class. But since we're doing in double time, that's 24 to 32 hours a week that it's going to take you to get through this class. So that will give you a good idea of pacing. To finish section 2.1 and 2.2, that's normally a week's worth of assignments. So that by itself should be 12 to 16 hours of work. Okay, so start early. You're not going to be able to do it in one sitting. If you do it in one sitting, you're not going to learn. And that's the real reason you're taking this class, is to learn the content. Your major, whatever it is, has asked you to learn this because you are going to need it for one reason or another. Some classes in the future are going to use this content. So if you just get through the problems, but you don't actually learn why we're doing what we're doing, it's not going to serve the purpose, and you're going to struggle later. So start early. Ask questions, and I am confident that the work's going to be beautiful, it's going to all make sense, and we're going to have a great summer semester. Okay, so we're looking at this 2.1, 2.2 due Friday. Then the Tuesday after that is 2.23, 2.4, and 4.6. Yes, I know there's a big jump there. It's just the way it's laid out in the book, but that is the correct order. Trust us, we got this. We understand, we know what we're doing, right? Then Wednesday you have a quiz. Now quizzes are going to open up several days earlier, but these are the only thing not open in the course. This is what I want to show you. So you could theoretically start right now doing your prerequisites and all this. 2.1, 2.2, you finish that this week. Great, you go into 2.3, 2.4. Even before the class starts, you can get all the way into our second week of the course. Because when you look at what's available, the whole course is available. Even your tests, reviews, and tests themselves are available. Okay? The only thing that's not is quizzes. All right? So you can absolutely work ahead. Now, you're going to have two tests. Professor Anderson's going to go through it. The proctored midterm and the proctored final. Okay? Those also have to be done in person in our testing center. Now, if you can't make it to our PBC testing center and because you're out of state or something of that nature on these dates, let me know. Talk to me. We'll figure something out. Okay? But I can tell you, we will not do online proctoring. It has to be in person. It doesn't have to be on our campus. I'll work with you on that. We'll figure something out, but it has to be at an in-person proctored testing center. So anyway, long story short, don't panic. Here to work with you. We'll figure something out. We've always been able to get something figured out, no matter where the person was in the world. And yes, in the world, we've worked this out. Okay. The other thing, if you happen to be watching this and you are out of the country and you're trying to get into more and it says you are blocked, you have to be in America, in the United States of America, to use more, which just means if you aren't, you can use a VPN. But for legal purposes, I'm not allowed to recommend a specific VPN, which stands for Virtual Private Network. So because different countries have different laws, so you can Google or figure out which VPNs are legal in the country you are in and use those to say you're in America. There are definitely free versions. There are definitely paid versions. For security purposes, I'm always a fan of the paid versions. They're not very expensive. The one that I use is paid. I think it was $99 for 3 years or something like that. So long story short, you only need that if you're not in the United States and let me know if you have any issues. But if you're getting your access denied, and you're out of the country, that is why. Okay, now, so as far as our class goes, you can see how this is all going to lay out. We got our 2 proctored tests. You can see all the due dates. So I tried to make it homework. Tried to make it as good as I can. Homework is almost always going to be due Tuesdays and Thursdays, with a couple exceptions. We have 2.1, 2.2 on this Friday, and 4.3, 4.4, and 4.5 due the Friday of our proctored midterm. You have late passes. Just going to say that, okay? So if you for some reason say the midterm, I was just studying for that and I just really couldn't get it done by this Friday, use a late pass. But to get things to fit in the way, and I tried to give you as much time ahead of the proctored midterm as I possibly could to study. I didn't want things backing up if I could. So, all right. I think that's it. Now, so the calendar, good. If you have any questions, let me know. This is the next big thing. Okay, you're going to need help. You're going to need help. This is calculus, right? And in our course, you're going to see, let me kind of shrink all this stuff up. So when you get here, you probably looks like this. And there is a block here that says course syllabus, textbook information, and additional resources. When I plug into here, pop into here, you see it says free tutoring. This summer, we will have tutoring. I need to fix this. We don't have it in the math center this summer. That won't say that when you get into the course. It's only going to be on the LSC. So the tutoring in the math center is closed for the summer. They just moved all of the tutors to our LSC, which is in the E-building, room 180. Please check with them for their times. But I believe they are striving to have the regular times minus Fridays, because the campus is closed on Fridays for summer. So I believe they're shooting for 8 to 7, basically every day of the week, Monday through Thursday. And some of you might be saying, well, shucks, I don't want to come to campus. because that's why I'm doing online. Well, so do you see right here where it says click here for Cranium Cafe? All right, so I'm going to go in here. I'm going to say Paradise Valley. And I say take me there. Now I'm already logged in, so you would log in with your MEID and password. I lied, I am not logged in. It's going to make me do my stuff. Give me 1 millisecond. Oop, did it go? Did it go? Yes, it went. All right, I didn't have to do my whole two-factor this time. All right, so you go into here, and you see right here is tutoring. These are the tutors that are working in the LSC on those times I just showed you. These are the tutors who are also going to be available at those same times, 8 to 7, online as well. So you pop in here, usually right here on the top right-hand corner says like knock. Like if they're in a room, you can knock and they let you in, and you can get tutoring on the spot at that moment. This is going to be your number one tool for getting help. A, it's free. B, our tutors are great. And then C, if you write me, please write me. That's what I'm here for. I'm glad to help. But I respond 2 to 3 times a day. I guarantee within 24 hours. But I try to respond, multiple times per day, and I do respond on the weekends. Okay, so where they're not available, I am. But the weekends I'm a little slower, usually once a day. But you may be doing your homework, and you may have a quick question that you need answered right now. You don't want to wait a couple hours for me to see it, might make a video, respond to you. This is the way to get that help. Okay, so please use our tutors. All right. I wanted to make sure I pointed this out. Now, the other big thing here, Professor Henderson made all of the lecture videos for this course. We discussed splitting duties, and we decided having consistent voice was better for student learning than having multiple people saying things, because sometimes we just say things slightly differently, and we didn't want that kind of discontinuity in the lectures. So you're going to hear her voice most of the class in the lectures. Every once in a while, you will hear me. I will pop in and do a little add-on here and there. But please know, her and I developed the course together. We've worked on these notes together for years. These are the exact same notes that we've taught in person. So I know the content, I know the notes. Just because it's her teaching it, I teach the exact same thing. Okay. So please reach out. I'm here to help. The number one thing you need to understand about online is you are not alone. You have a team. We have the class help discussion forum. Use it. Use it, use it, use it. It's not just me. Right now there are 27, 28, something like that, students in my class, and hopefully shooting for 40s if we can get there. That's a big study group. Make your study groups, work together, post things in there. It is not cheating to ask for help on math and have people work with you. It's only cheating to take somebody else's work and claim it as your own. So just make sure you get help, but don't get somebody to do problems for you on homework. Obviously, tests and quizzes, no help. Anyway, all right. So I think that's it. I'm going to get out of here. Please reach out if you need anything. I can't wait. We're going to have a great semester.